Coffee and Chats. What's the date? 27th of May, 2024 with Simon Pearson. How you doing, Si? You okay?
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Morning, Ad.
Cool. So this is like the, this is like the third time we've done this, isn't it?
Yeah,
It is. So it's like another little update, a little check-in of how you're
yeah,
getting on, But before we get into that, like, guys, if you're watching, please just say hi in the comments. Give us a little like, give us a little share, whatever. And also, if you've got any questions that you'd like to ask Simon, because Simon has been on this weight loss journey, well, for 2.5 years.
yeah.
Yeah,
About
been
two and a
about
half
two and a
years.
half years, isn't it? So if you've got any questions, that you'd like to ask him, then please just pop it in the chats. And if anything resonates with you, please just speak to us and speak to Simon. So that'd be cool. So Simon, how are you? How's your bank holiday going?
Yeah, good so far. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's half term from school as well. Had a good gig last night, and then I think we're off to IKEA later, so that'll be more fun. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's okay.
nice, cool. So what we're doing today is we're just having a little update of how you're getting on. So, like we just said before you came on the call, well, before you came on to here, we first spoke. Was it November 2021? Wasn't it?
Yep, yep,
20, quite a while ago, wasn't it?
yeah.
Quite a while. So it's like how things have changed,
Oh, amazing.
for you.
So just kind of doing the maths quickly in my head. I was 120 kilograms in November 2021. I'm now sort of best part of 93 kilograms. So I've lost 27 kilograms in about nearly about 30 months. So think it's nearly just under a kilogram a month. I mean, it's not been quite been that linear or that sort of direct, but it's been steady. And it's been brilliant. I've it's been such a change. Yeah, it's amazing, absolutely
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, nice. But that's the thing, though, right? It hasn't been linear. Okay, it hasn't been
Yeah,
linear for you. There's been,
yeah,
you lost weight and then you plateaued and then you lost a little bit more, gained a little bit, and there's been life events as well that's
yeah,
happened for you, and all of those sorts of things. But it's just like, it's everyone's journey is different.
mm,
Everyone's journey is different. So it's like cool. Like it is what it is. So if you can you remember that far back, right? Why did we first start speaking? Can you remember?
Well, I was 40 that summer before, and I kind of tried to do it myself, and looking at my diet and my training schedule, and I think I lost a bit, but it kind of just I went because I'm a teacher, like, so obviously you have the holidays, and had my 6 weeks off, and then went back to work, and I wasn't training, and I was kind of plateauing a bit, and it was getting me down. I was thinking, gotta do got to do something. So I was like, I've known you for a long time. I was like, I've seen, videos and stuff that you posted on social media. I was like, right, I need to do something because I've got to make a change somewhere. And I reached out, and we talked and came up with a plan.
That's it, right? And I remember, like it was quite a while ago, wasn't it? And like you said, you was coming up to like, you was 40. It's a bit of a, like I was 40 the other month, so I know it's like shit. It's like damn, I'm in that age bracket now. But
Yeah.
again, it's like for you, 120 kilos. You've been struggling with your weight for quite a while, hadn't you?
Yeah, I just, I'm a PE teacher by trade, but as my career changed, I stopped teaching PE, and just different things took over. And where I'd been thinking, I'm a bit overweight. Actually, no, I was obese. It was like I don't like this version of myself. It was thinking about longer term health. I was getting about, but it's like the amount of the pressure it must be putting on my joints,
Does
on
that
my
does
back.
that let's just talk about that. Like because you said like you've been struggling for weight for like 18 years. I always remember
Yeah,
that statement that you said,
yeah,
right? For 18 years. Now, if we go back to the first year of you being of struggling to lose weight, like
yeah.
like Was the thought pattern about you being overweight the same then as it was when you were 40 when we spoke?
No, not really. Because I was young, I was thinking, you got time on your side, and you can make changes, and I'll be fine. And and then it just kind of life takes over, and time goes quickly. And I think I got getting to 40, thinking what my dad maybe was like when he was 40, and thinking I don't want to look like that, I don't want to be like that. I want to be able to exercise and do everything I want to do into life. And it was like I need to make the change now, so in years to come I can do what I want, and that was, I suppose, that was the 40 was definitely a milestone thinking point, but actually thinking longer term, I needed to make that change, and it wasn't working for me doing it by myself. So reaching out to you was like, I thinking I've got to do something. I know Adam, I trust Adam. Seen the results from others. Let's do it.
Yeah, cool. And we, like we jumped in and we did it. Yes, we know that it nearly didn't happen, but it was that, it was a, you're like, oh no, what if the boiler breaks? That sort of thing, wouldn't it? Do you remember? But
Yeah.
if you want to watch that, you can watch it on another video. But now this come forwards, right? So, now, like, talk to me, like, well, where are you now? Like, what weight you was 120?
Yeah. So
Where are you
I'm
now?
not. So as of this morning, I'm 93.2. So it's like 14 and a half stone. So I've lost sort of 4.5 stone, 5 stone, whatever it is. I was getting towards 20 stone. I'm now 14 and a half. I'm a 36, comfortable 36-inch waist. Could probably slip into 34s. I'm my shirts. I was wearing 17, 18.5-inch collars. I'm now wearing 16 and a half comfortably. My whole, I feel comfortable in my clothes, that sort of thing. I'm running. I'm doing half marathon distance running. I'm training when
It's
I
cool,
want,
isn't it?
doing it's amazing doing high intensity training whenever I want to.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, it's just I just you feel silly. Like I was messing around with the kids at school the other day, like jumping around doing stuff, and I'm feeling like light on my feet, and it's incredible. Like my sleep's brilliant. Um, it's just my whole quality of life, and I just feel fantastic. And it's almost like, what next, really?
Yeah, that's it. Cool. So, are you cool if I share some photos?
Yeah, go for it.
Are you
Yeah,
cool with that?
yeah,
So look, what I want to do is I just want to share the photos of you, like when you first,
yeah,
first came through, back from November 21 to March 22, right?
yeah,
Let's just share these, right? Can you see them?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, cool, right? That's where you were, right? And that was massive changes there, isn't it?
yeah. It's huge.
That's the
Yeah,
massive changes there. Like that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. What you achieved in 12 weeks, like you did really well on that. I just want to share the side one as well now. Like it's that one for me. The side one is great. I'm just about to share that one now. Here we go. This one here.
yeah. It's
You can
remarkable.
really see that,
Yeah,
can't you? You can see it around your face already, like your posture's improved, your belly's coming down. Before your belly looked quite hard to touch.
yeah. Well, so I think that's where all the weight kind of was, really. Like if I look at my dad and my granddad, like how their body makeup, it was a lot of the weight was around the stomach, and I think that was about a 7K loss then, and obviously further on now, so they're putting another 10 is gone. So, like the pictures that I sent the other day, you can see that again, massive marked difference.
You ready?
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Right. Like
First
this
time I've
is.
seen them, the comparison as well. So this will be quite interesting.
Look at that. Look at that. Right.
Yeah,
Right. That is completely different.
Yeah.
You know, if we were to compare that to, you know, to the previous one of the side, you know, look at that.
Yeah.
You know, hell of a lot slimmer. You know, like the complexion's completely different. The skin, you know, you've got some good color on you there.
Yeah.
You know, it's, you know, look at the, now the belly's like soft. There's a little bit of definition going on the abs. You know, you can see
Yeah.
that. You know, your posture's completely improved. Look at that. Look at that.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
Right? That's really, really, really good. And you should be super, super proud of your hard work. Super proud. That's cool, isn't it?
Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing.
That is.
It's
That is. Yeah. Sorry. Oh yeah. Kels is in the. You know, Kels is watching at the moment, and she's gone, "Hey guys, you know, like so amazing. Like, look at those. That's probably about the first comparison. You know, that was really, really good.
oh, it's incredible. The actual difference. I think the thing for me seeing the side on view is it was. I was saying to Anna the other day, like seeing the comparison, that was a big eye opener. Really sort of hit home. I think because front on you don't see. It's I suppose it's almost a flat picture. The side on I know it's flat, but you can see the curve a little bit more. Like saying about a bit of different definition. It is coming, and it's sort of even though I'm getting close to, I've said 90 is my goal. Actually, body shape, body look, is still a goal to work towards. So,
But that's
um,
but
yeah,
that's the thing, right? You know, yes, you're losing the weight. You've lost a hell of a load of weight. You can see that.
mm,
You know, the photos are, you know, but this is the consistency of you. You know, this
yeah,
isn't something that you've just done for three months. You know, this is something you've been doing for 3 years,
mm,
isn't it?
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and that's what it is. You know, this is what you've been doing. So why then, like, why have you been able to do it consistently? You know, it hasn't been straightforward for you the whole time. You know, there's been
Yeah,
life events
yeah.
and all of that, but why do you feel you've been able to stay consistent with it?
I think from day one we talked about like elements of what needed to happen. It was the diet, it was the sleep, it was the water, it was exercise, and I think other things come along with it, but they're kind of, I suppose, the four pillars I'd really sort of, you work towards. And there's been times where I think it's October after my mum died, I was running, running for my sort of mental health, I suppose, and I'd got a few injuries. I had a calf injury, and it was frustrating. But even though I couldn't train, it was like, okay, diet's fine, drink water, and I was still walking. And actually, my weight was still coming down. And you'd said from the start, actually, if you can't train, because not everyone can when they're that weight, and that actually, if you get your diet and your water and that sort of thing, and even your steps, it should sort of come down. And it did. It's like, right, okay, that's some positives. And actually, I think the first thing we cut out or changed was the crisps I was having for lunch. That was week one. It kind of changes, but now my breakfast lunch is the same, but like I like it. I love my breakfast. I love my lunch, and dinner is more varied. But I use my the calorie counter. I'm looking at my protein levels, drinking plenty of water. I check my steps, and it's my lifestyle. I'm not making a point, or I must go and walk around the block 5 times. It's I know what I'm doing. The food is almost just right. I know that it's like it's something I like. It's not a chore to have what I have. I think if you want to go really detailed, I think maybe my brain and my stomach, they know what I'm eating. I don't find myself feeling hungry. So, like, good example, last night or yesterday, I had my normal breakfast, had my normal lunch. I was gigging 6 till 9, but actually we're there, 3:30 till quarter to 10, because you got to set up, you got a sound check, we had to avoid the rain. You're playing, you're packing away. I didn't have any dinner till probably 10 o'clock, but I just had something light. I actually had a protein shake that I normally sometimes have for breakfast. Bit of toast. I wasn't that hungry, but in the past, when I was, big guy. But I'll go to McDonald's. I haven't eaten since 1 o'clock, so I need some food. Like telling myself, "Oh, it's okay. You've been drumming all night. You need food. You say you
You
can't."
deserve it.
Yeah, exactly. But actually, I got home last night and I was like, unloaded the gear. I was like, well, I'm not that hungry. I'd have a bit of have a shake. I think I had a bag of Snacker Jacks and then went to Anna's, had a
Love
bit of a
sacrifice.
toast. Yeah, just had a bit of toast, just kind of unwound, calmed down, and then off to sleep. And I was fine. I didn't feel hungry. I didn't need. I wasn't having loads of food because you deserve it. Always been ages. Actually, I'm just used to what I have, and
Yeah, you've created a routine.
it is, yeah.
You've
Routine's
created a
massive.
routine. You've created some structure.
Mm,
And then, like, just by what you've just said, is that you've had some bread. You had bread,
mm,
like, so you've had toast, right?
yeah.
And but the thing is, though, so you've been losing weight. So have you lost weight and still eat bread?
This is
Right?
the
Do you
myth,
see what I
isn't it,
mean?
that people
Right?
talk about.
Exactly. It's about alcohol. Like, do you drink alcohol?
Yeah, I still drink. I had a pint yesterday, sort of in between sets.
But
But
how? But how have you lost weight? You've been drinking alcohol. You should cut it out, right?
this is the thing, isn't it? I do drink less, but I drink other things. There's I quite like Guinness Zero. I'm driving to the gigs. I can't go on the beer and like fall off my drum kit, whatever. Um, but I think part of it is knowing the calories there's in, especially beer. That was a big thing for me. Like Guinness, high calorie, but actually cutting it out and learn about it and having different things. And I quite like a rum or a whiskey or whatever, and actually having it with a mixer that's 0 calorie, or not having it, or
But this is
actually,
the thing. We've helped help you to understand
yeah,
that you can, you still can have like crisps, like you've had Snacker Jacks.
yeah,
Like I do the same. The kids, our kids have that as
yeah,
well. You know, also you have bread.
yeah,
Okay, I eat sandwiches. I
yeah,
love a tuna sandwich. Love a tuna sandwich, right? And a packet
yeah,
of Snacker Jacks. Love it. Alcohol. You've still
yeah,
had your beer, rum, whiskey,
absolutely, yeah,
right? But for a lot of people, when they come to lose weight, they cut out carbs, they
yeah,
cut out alcohol, and they then they're like, well, they're not having anything that they sort of enjoy.
yeah.
So then there's no wonder then why people then do
They
that, don't
binge,
they?
don't they?
Right?
Yeah,
That's it. But for you, like, you've kept all of this in, and you've now been consistently losing weight. For someone that hadn't been able to lose weight for 18 years, you're now like nearly 3 years in,
yeah, yeah,
right? So side, like this is, like when it clicks, it clicks, and yeah, I'm proper chuffed for you. Really, really am. Really, really chuffed for you.
thanks,
Like
man.
what you're doing is great. So yeah. So what's next then? So like you say, you're down at 90 something kilo. Was it
93.
93?
Yeah, yeah.
93? Cool. So you want to get to 90. That's your
Yeah,
goal.
90 is the goal, the big goal. I sat and I think it's, well, however long it was, last March, we sat and wrote some goals and had a chat, and that was probably the major the goal, to kind of get to 90 and kind of see what it looked like, really, kind of see what my body shape's like, and that, the school I work for, we work quite closely with Acorns, like a children's hospice. Um, so I've said to them I'd like to run the half marathon in Birmingham next year for them. They've said, yeah, we'll let you know. I can run the distance. I just I need to obviously keep training, because the goal would be to try and do a sub 2 hour half marathon. Back when I did it in, I think it's about 2012, I think it was. I did it in sort of 2 hours 10. So if I can take sort of that 10 minutes off, run under 2 hours, that'd be really good. That'd be a really good goal to go towards.
Nice.
I think, I still do various sort of different sorts of training, do weight training. I think with that, I think, we've talked about different types of training, like my bench press, that sort of thing. But that's that's kind of, that's okay. It's in the background. It's this new goal with the half marathon and getting down to 90 is kind of at the forefront. you know, we've talked about like with my backs, you know, with drumming and stuff. It's doing more sort of stretching and yoga and keeping that
More
consistent.
supple. That's it,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's because you know it does. You do get the
Yeah.
aches, and that's not from training. That's drumming. That's a very specific
Yeah.
kind of sort of output that not everyone would get. But it's important that I do make those changes and do that stretching and stuff to keep me able to be
To
kind
do
of
the
drum.
things that you actually
Yeah,
enjoy,
absolutely. Be
right?
drum fit, as it were.
Yeah.
Um, you know, like we were saying before we started, like my step count yesterday was 26,000, a good 22,000. I was drumming. You know what I mean? It's you
Yeah.
know, I'm not standing there playing a guitar. I'm moving, man. I'm all over.
Oh, oh, is
It's
that a
it,
little dig at the guitar players? Is that what it
well,
is?
you know, some of them don't do very much standing. But you know, it's though you know the goal of 90. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what it's like. You know, I haven't been 90 kilograms probably since I was
Yeah.
a teenager, probably since we first met. You know, back in the late 90s. So
Yeah.
it'd be interesting to
Be
see
cool.
what it's all like. Yeah, so there's a few goals, and I think others will come out of it. And but you know, it's exciting. You know, I can push the boundaries and um, see what comes next.
Yeah.
Really.
That's it. Cool. Cool. Well, so like I'm just super, like I wanted to invite you on because again, for a lot of people, it's the sustainability that
Yeah,
people struggle
yeah,
with. You joined the Back in Charge Blueprint back in 21. You've been through the 12 weeks,
yeah,
and here you are now.
yeah,
And that's what it's just sharing that message, and
yeah,
also sharing your progress. Like you should be proud of what you've achieved,
yeah. I
and
think
achieving.
you
So
know, I hope plenty of people watch this because I think you know it's something important that they should know is that actually you know you do that 12 weeks or whatever it is, but actually you know we've stayed in contact. You know, we've been check-ins where they're checking after my mum died. We have a check-in when I'm, you know, different things, and you know, you can answer questions, and I think that's important. That even though the program goes, you and Kerry have got time for you know a 20-minute video call and actually realign things, and you know, check in with me again in a month or 2 months or little things like that. And it's you know, it's not right. Thanks, 12 weeks done. See you later. There's that, you know, that almost ongoing support, even if it's just in the background. You know, you've got your carries a bit of a safety net, and you can do a little check in. It's almost we'll chat, and I'll answer my own questions because you asked the right ones as well. But that's good, and I think that's helped. Um, over the 2.5 years that it is I can just drop Adam a message and we can chat or we can advise me on something and I carry on and it changes. We've done it with various things, more the training to be fair, the diet and everything else has been fine.
yeah,
um and that you're learning. I'm 43, I'm not a kid. My body's different to what it was 20 years ago, so have to be more careful. And I think we even had the conversation about, if you thought about doing yoga, I was like, nah, it's rubbish. Actually, that was the biggest load of rubbish. It's brilliant, and it really helps. So I think, again, it's being mindful of different training, looking after your body, keeping in touch with you, because you do want to keep going for a long time, getting into, if people are taking early retirement, you want to be fit and healthy to enjoy more time. So,
exactly.
if you are like overweight and unfit, where are you going to be able to go? Like I want to go and see the world, so I need to be able to keep going. I want to be able to play with the band for as long as I can.
Yeah,
So in this investment in now, this investment in your future as well.
exactly. If we look at the time, it was like one of your concerns was the investment,
Yeah.
right? But look at it, 2.5 years later. Are you thinking about that? No, you're
Oh
not.
no,
You're not thinking about the money you spent on the
no,
program. You're thinking about, like, what am I going to be doing next,
absolutely.
right? Instead of thinking, oh my god, I've got to be spending more money on something else.
We could be
So
spending it on physio or goodness
exactly,
knows
right?
what.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Medication.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah. So
absolutely.
yeah. Cool. Well, Si, look, thank you for taking the time out today. Really appreciate it.
Thanks
Really
for
do
having me.
appreciate it. And guys, if you've got any questions, please just pop it in the comments. You know, send me a message, and you know, I'll be able to help you. So